been waking up to get the money, whoa, whoa. Got it bad, tatted, whoa, whoa. Da Vinci to my toes, 2 twins on both. I put her in new AP, the water like a boat. I was down bad on my, what was you? I know you turned your back on me just to get some wrecks. I seen you swerve back, cause I'm in the black back. New diamonds on me, flash, this ain't Snapchat. Cause I been getting paid. Yellow diamonds on me look like lemonade. Got my baby mama that new Bentayga. Tryna get a dojo like a sensei. Rolls Royce umbrellas when I'm in the rain. I just mind my business. I got brothers that did the time, I ain't kidding. All these rappers just talk about it, I live it. Going up, I ain't got no sky limit. Yeah, yeah. I dip into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause I might got it out the street. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. I've been ballin'. That why me ball on it. That why me ball on it. Yeah. That why me ball on it. That why me ball on it. Yeah.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. You talk about, now we're doing it, prick. If you in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I copy chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene with a 2 Drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2? If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show 'em this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, my too large and we way too fresh. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front yard yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling,
bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back gate yelling.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Vikings at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 7.
Yellow, blue, red, cycle.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, it's Rodriguez. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Williams, the man in motion left. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now Goff looking to change the play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it's third down. And look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And now they'll shift things around. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion from Viking territory now. They'll come up first and 10 at the 36. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Goff on first down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 7 from the 20. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Sam Laporta, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh,
That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Goff going to shift him around. Back to throw now on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
2nd and 10, Goff again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Into space at the 45. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down at 7. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On 2nd down, here's Goff. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And
he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Now the try here for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll go again with Gibbs. They'll get this to about the 38. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Trying the left side with Gibbs. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
The final shot before break here. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
But one thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's Goff now on second down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A give right side for Gibbs. Down to the 42, second down. Second down and 8. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Finds Gibbs on a check down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Goff looking to change the play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. From 17 yards out. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The slot man in motion right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Addison. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson from 10 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And what a tough spot for this defense because
They know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight?
No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5.
They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Goff. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
On 4th down, Goff.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Goff now looking to throw.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
They go play action here on first down.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
This is caught inside the 15. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Rondale Moore.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Throwing now, Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Goff going to shift him around. Now they'll change things up.
From the red zone now, Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown
from 13 yards out.
And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Rondale Moore
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really Not much reason to use him at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
85 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Lions, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.
Yes, them a look good.